You guys got a question?
You know, Chris doesn't take a shot, gets 12 rebounds, 6 blocks, and he has the play where he gets the ball right into the basket and passes out to Quentin. What does that show, and how have you seen sort of evolve over the years?
That he pays attention to instructions, follows instructions well. We have this thing called dagger. That's what our terminology is. When you get off a rebound, we dagger all offensive rebounds, unless you have a dunk. Actually, I think he could have turned around and dunked that one. But he's so used to getting the offensive rebound and throwing it out to, whether it's, whoever's, Rob Gray or, Corey, Armani, Q. I was a big 3 Q hit tonight. But without question, our best player was Chris. He was our best player tonight. I was really proud of him, really happy for him. We kind of knew what kind of game it was going to be. It's going to be an ugly game. That's when you play Texas State. That's just the way it is. I've had teams like that where you have to ugly it up. That's how they won at UNLV. They were down 4 in the last 10 minutes at Baylor. I think they wound up losing by 9. It's Texas State. It's a lot easier to slow a team down than to speed them up. But Marcus was 0 for 5 from the 3. He didn't have any different shot tonight than he had the other night. That's basketball. Somebody just told me that Virginia got beat 30 on the road. I said, what did they shoot from the 3? They said 4 for 25. You don't have nights like that. Guys, honest to goodness, they try to make every shot they shoot. It's not going to always go in. But what we're doing is we're getting better defensively. The only thing I was disappointed tonight was just, the fouls. How many times did we play a tremendous possession? One time we played an excellent possession, they wound up banking in a 3. What are you going to do? A couple of possessions, we had them down to 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. They threw in a contested 3. I thought our defense was better tonight, and that's the most important thing. We shot 35% from the floor. That's going to happen. I'm not disappointed in that. I'm a coach. I understand that's part of it. But when you shoot 35% and you can win by 8, it says your team's growing.
Kelvin, you had told us yesterday that the way they play, they don't allow you to run your offense, so you need playmakers. Mm-hmm. Obviously, in crunch time, you had Quentin, Fabian hit some big shots. Chris had the blocks. That kind of was along what you were preparing for. And Dejan.
We blocked 10 shots tonight, but a lot of that was so much bigger than them. They're quicker than we are, but I thought our size was a factor at the rim. They were trying to shoot balls at the rim, and Chris is a very good shot blocker. Dejan, 6'5" and long. Had him for 3. We had him for 4 block shots actually. Fabian, Chris, Bryson, Dejan, all those guys in situations are pretty good shot blockers.
Quentin, talk about what's different for the team defensively tonight.
I think we're starting to just buy into what Coach says every day in practice. We have 4 really good days leading up to this game. We're starting to just stay disciplined, not really gamble as much. Just stay disciplined, trust our feet is what Coach says all the time, and just kind of make plays for everybody and our brothers. And if somebody gets beat, we're there to help on the backside. They dribble middle. So I feel like we're starting to really just kind of starting to buy in and come together as a team.
Coach, in the second half, it seemed like you guys picked up your defensive intensity. What changed in comparison to the first?
We were down. These kids are human beings. Texas State makes a living playing like that. They're a hard team to play against. Danny Casper is an excellent coach. Always has been. That's just his MO. I'm not sure we could have played this well a month ago or 3 weeks ago. It's like when we played BYU. We weren't ready to beat them. Do I think we're better than BYU? Maybe. But we're trying to figure out how to win the game. I think that's the most important thing a coach can teach his kids is this is how we want to win the game. And then they got to buy into it. You know, his team's starting to buy into that a little bit. You saw that in the second half.
Fabian, in the second half, I think it was still a one-possession game with about 3 minutes left or so. As early season games go, good. I mean, I don't want to say good, but in terms of getting a challenge like that kind of help in terms of the growth and maybe how you guys can build off of stuff like that when it's a close game?
Yeah, it does help, man. It builds trust in us, really, and showing that we can stop people and hold them to under a certain amount of points. And we need that going into the next game, and we just got to keep building on it.
Chris, what are your thoughts on how you played and the block shots and rebounds you got tonight?
I feel like I just did what the team needed me tonight. Brought energy, just did my job. What coach asked me to do all year.
Like 27 minutes. That's got to be somewhere up there with the least things you would least expect.
Coach, how do you feel Dejan played just as far as him catching the rhythm, him being out so
Getting
long?
better. Getting better. I think every game he plays. Second half, first half, that little kid was under him a lot. You know, Dejan looked like he was 6'10" out there against that little kid, and that little kid bothered him. You know, because he's tough. That little kid's tough. He's really, really good player. But those are the kind of kids that Danny's always recruited. I've seen him with so many of those kids. He had those same kind of kids when he was coaching Stephen F. Austin, when they were beating a lot of the major conference schools. But I thought the second half he started making plays. You know, stuff that you normally go to offensively, things that we like to do. You know, they force you out of them. You know, we tried to play through Fabian some. A lot of times they forced him away from the basket, but they spread you out so far to tell you to go make a play. That's why I was so mad at Quentin at halftime. He wasn't getting to the free throw line. I said, son, just get to the free throw line. Drive it. You know, he's trying to shake and bake shooting 15-footers. Those aren't good shots against them. You know, drive the ball to the paint and get fouled. You know, he goes 7 for 7 to the free throw line. You know, he's 6 for 17 from the floor, 2 for 7. But those free throw attempts is really where we started getting separation. But the three that he hit, that was the three he hit was off Chris's. Yeah, that was big for his confidence. You know, he's still growing in that area too. You know, but I thought that was a big play for him. We had another play there where the shot clock was running down. He just stepped back and made a shot. You know, kind of like the bank shot they made in the first half. Sometimes you got to get a little lucky.
Chris, before you walked in, Coach mentioned they call it dagger, that play where it looked like you could have gone up and dunked it. You know, in terms of what you learn and what's drilled in your head versus, did you think about it at that moment, or would you just pass all the way?
I actually didn't even think about going up. I just knew that a lot of them had collapsed the defensive rebound, so I knew that I had a couple guys open on the wing. So I just pass it out, get a three.
You know, they say it's not all about scoring. You do your role and stuff. You had 12 rebounds, 6 blocks, no shot attempts, and that's. You know, some people have their role and you do it well, and other times you score. I mean, what's that like, being in that role where you don't necessarily have to be the guy who takes shots? I
mean, I honestly don't think about scoring when I go into the game. My main focus is the offensive rebound and block shots. That's all I think about. Scoring don't cross my mind, really.
What were you from the free throw line going into the night? 3 for 4?
Yes,
Well, that took a hit.
Quentin, can you give me an update on your injury? Like, coming into the week, you were admitted in practice. Just give me an update on it.
Oh yeah, I feel after the game, I feel pretty good right now. Just going out there, just missed a couple of days. It kind of bothered me after the last Tuesday game. just kind of limping around. They want to stretch it too much. And then right now I'm feeling about like 90% right now. We have a couple, 3-4 days where we have to play on Sunday, and I feel like I'll be at 100% for sure.
Anything else?